At 12:17 p.m., a barefoot girl stood in front of the whole school. "Give me 5 minutes," Shola said, holding the microphone. "If a child still cannot read after I teach, do not admit me into the school." The hall went quiet. Mr. Archer, the billionaire owner of the school, folded his arms. Teachers stood along the walls. Parents leaned forward. A clock ticked so loudly it felt like a drum. 2 days earlier, many people agreed on just one thing. Shola should not be in this school. Shola was 12. She had no father, no house, and no safe bed. She slept beside a broken kiosk with her mother. Her mother had a mental illness. Some days she sang to a bottle as if it were a baby. Some days she spoke to things nobody could see. Some days she forgot Shola's name. People called Shola the daughter of the madwoman. Some passed and dropped a coin. Many passed and dropped an insult. Most passed and said nothing at all. Still, Shola loved learning. She loved numbers and words. She loved the feel of a pencil, even if it was only a small, broken stub. She loved the sound of a teacher's voice, even when she could only hear it from far away. There was a big private school near the main road. The wall was high. The windows were clean. The badge on the gate shone in the sun. Shola did not use the gate. Behind a mango tree, one window stayed a little open. She stood there each day. She listened to lessons and wrote notes on torn flyers. If a guard chased her away, she came back the next day. A strong mind may be poor, but it does not give up. One afternoon, a girl in neat uniform found her under the mango tree. Her badge read Jessica. "You are the girl who listens by the window," Jessica said. "I don't want trouble," Shola said. "I will go." "Please wait," Jessica said. "When I read, the words run away. Can you help me make them stay?" They sat on the roots of the mango tree. Shola showed a simple way. "Break the sentence into small parts," she said. "Read like you are talking to a friend. Stop where the comma is. Breathe. Then continue." Jessica tried. She stopped. She tried again. Her face changed. "I understand," she said at last. "Same time tomorrow?" Shola asked. "Yes," Jessica said. "Same time." They met every school day after that. Jessica brought a lunchbox and questions. Shola brought her broken pencil and answers. When a hard line finally made sense, they clapped softly and smiled. They learned to trust the mango tree and the small classroom it gave them. "Do you have a best friend?" Jessica asked one day. "You," Shola said before shyness could stop her. "You," Jessica said back, and they laughed because the truth sometimes feels like a surprise. A week later, black SUVs drove into the school. Security stood straight. Teachers fixed their clothes and voices. Mr. Archer, Jessica's father and the owner of the school, stepped out. He walked toward the mango tree and found the 2 girls there, one in a fine uniform, one in an old dress with bare feet. "Jessica," he said, "why are you outside?" "I'm having lunch with my tutor," she said, moving to stand beside Shola. Mr. Archer looked at Shola's bare feet and steady eyes. "Which school do you attend?" "None," Shola said. "My mother is sick. We have no money." "Where is your mother?" he asked. "By the roadside," she said. "Please don't be angry. If I must stop coming here, I will. Just don't hurt her." "Take me to her," he said quietly. They drove to a rough corner of the city. Shola's mother was there, sitting near a gutter and rocking a stone like a baby. People stared and walked away. "I will not hurt her," Mr. Archer told Shola. "I will help." He called a doctor. He arranged a clean bed and kind nurses. He paid for treatment and told the hospital to call him at any time. Then he turned to the girl. "From today," he said, "you are not alone." The words felt unreal, but they were true. That night, Shola had a warm bath. She wore clean clothes. She slept on a soft bed in Mr. Archer's house. In the morning, a nice gown with her name waited on a chair. When she looked in the mirror, she saw a girl who looked ready for class. "You look like a new beginning," Jessica said, clapping once. They planned to walk through the front gate together. Before classes, Mr. Archer took Shola to the principal's office to enroll her. He brought the uniform. He was ready to pay every fee. The principal smiled politely but shook her head. "I'm sorry, sir. We cannot accept her today." "Why not?" Mr. Archer asked. "Policy," the principal said. We need birth certificate, immunization records, proof of address, and guardian documents. There is also a long waiting list. And, she paused and lowered her voice. Parents have already complained. Their children say a street girl watches classes through the window. They are worried about safety, hygiene, and the school's image. Mr. Archer frowned. We are not talking about image. We are talking about a child. I understand, the principal said, but the school board will not approve this now. Many parents are upset that she is the daughter of a madwoman. Some believe she does not fit here. They have messaged the PTA group. The pressure is strong. Then call the board, Mr. Archer said. Today. They agreed to meet that evening. That afternoon, the PTA WhatsApp group exploded with messages. Some parents were worried. Some were angry. Some were openly cruel. My son says a barefoot girl is in the compound. Unacceptable. We pay premium fees. This is not a shelter. Isn't her mother the madwoman near the market? Protect our children. She was seen near the canteen. What about hygiene? If the school wants to help, send her to a public school or a charity. Not here. Screenshots reached the board. Some board members agreed with the parents. They said the school must protect its brand. Some said the lawyers warned about insurance and liability. Others said the school would set a dangerous example if it broke the rules for one child. Mr. Archer sent one message back to the group. She taught my child to read with confidence. We will not throw that away. The board met that evening. A long table, many papers, and tight voices. Sir, a member said to Mr. Archer, we respect your wish to help, but we can't break policy. The parents are upset. We will donate to a charity on her behalf and place her in another school, just not our school. Mr. Archer kept his voice calm. If my daughter learned from her, then this school owes fair treatment. I will pay all costs. I will take full responsibility. Another member said, what will parents say when they see the daughter of a madwoman walking in our halls? They will say their school is fair, he replied. The board voted. Enrollment denied for now. They said they would review later, which often means never. Mr. Archer did not give up. He proposed a way to prove value in front of everyone. Let her teach an assembly, he said. Give her 5 minutes. If at least one struggling reader can read a hard page after her method, we enroll her today. If she fails, I will not ask again. The board agreed. It would look strong to the parents. It would follow policy. It would move the decision from private opinion to public proof. The date was set for 2 days later. That night, the old photo of Shola at the window spread online again. Some kids repeated the words they heard at home. The madwoman's daughter. More parent messages arrived. The pressure grew. The day before the assembly, Shola came to the school as a visitor. Security gave her a paper sticker that said visitor and asked her to wait in the reception area. She held a small nylon bag with her notebook, broken pencil, and nothing else. Mr. Archer went to the principal's office to confirm the plan for tomorrow's 5-minute lesson. Jessica ran down, hugged Shola, and then a teacher called her back to class. I'll see you in a bit. Jessica waved, breathless and happy. Not far away, Felicity watched all this with a hard little smile. She had heard the parents' angry messages. She had also seen the board's post about a live demonstration. It made her feel small in a way she didn't like. This is getting out of hand, she whispered to a friend. My mom says this place is not a charity. When Jessica left her bag in the corridor cubby to rush back to class, Felicity glanced left and right, slipped Jessica's tablet under her notebook, and walked toward reception. Shola sat quietly on a plastic chair by the big notice board. A guard told her, if you need water, the dispenser is over there. She thanked him, stood, and took 2 steps away, leaving her nylon bag by the chair for just a moment. That was all Felicity needed. She accidentally brushed past the chair, dropped the tablet into Shola's bag, and kept walking. 2 minutes later, Felicity raised her hand to a different guard near the door. Excuse me, she said loudly, making sure others could hear. I think the visitor girl has something that isn't hers. I saw something shiny in her bag. Heads turned. Whispers started. Isn't that the madwoman's daughter? Someone murmured. The guard came over. Miss, may I see inside your bag? Shola nodded. Yes, sir. She opened the nylon bag. The tablet lay on top of her notebook, as if it had always lived there. The guard's face changed. Where did you get this? Shola looked confused. I don't know. That's not mine. People in reception shifted, eager for a story. I knew it, someone breathed. This is what we were saying. Shola's voice stayed calm. Please check the camera, she said. I did not take anything. I was told to wait here. The guard called the principal's office. In minutes, the principal, a security supervisor, and Mr. Archer stood in reception. Mr. Archer spoke softly. We will check, he said. No shouting. They went to the small room where the CCTV screens sat. The supervisor rewound the footage from the reception camera. There was Shola sitting alone. Then she stood for water, leaving her bag by the chair. Then a girl in the school uniform, face clear, movements careful, walked past and slipped the tablet into the bag. Pause it there, the principal said. Zoom. The face on the screen was Felicity. They checked the corridor camera outside Jessica's class too. It showed Felicity lifting Jessica's tablet from the cubby minutes earlier, looking around and tucking it under her notebook. The room went quiet. The supervisor called for Felicity. When she entered and saw the paused screen, her shoulders fell. She tried to speak and failed at first. Then the words came in a rush. I was protecting the school, she said. My mom said parents don't want this. If she gets in, more will come. It will change everything. It already has, the principal said, not unkindly. And it needed to. Mr. Archer's voice was even. You took from my daughter to frame her friend. That is not protection. That is harm. Felicity's eyes filled. I'm sorry, she whispered, but it sounded more like she was sorry for being caught. The principal turned to the supervisor. Follow procedure. Felicity was suspended from school activities, including the assembly, and her parents were called to collect her. The principal then faced Shola. I am sorry, she said, and this time it was real. You are not enrolled yet, and you are here only as a visitor for tomorrow's demonstration. But even as a visitor, you deserve fairness. Shola nodded. Thank you for checking the camera. In reception, the guard who had opened the bag cleared his throat. I should have checked first, he said. I'll remember next time. Word spread fast, as it always does. Some students looked ashamed. Some still looked angry. A few parents, hearing only the first part of the story, sent messages. Security risk in the building. But the principal sent a clear note to the PDA. An incident occurred. The visitor was innocent. The matter has been handled. Jessica burst into reception and grabbed Shola's hands. I'm so sorry, she said. Are you okay? I'm okay, Shola said. Let's focus on tomorrow. Mr. Archer glanced at the clock. Tomorrow, he repeated, calm and steady. 5 minutes. We keep our promise. Shola looked at the empty chair where her bag had been, and then at the door to the hall where the assembly would take place. The trap had not closed on her. It had opened something else, a sharper reason to show what she could do. They walked out together, Mr. Archer to the boardroom, Jessica back to class, and Shola to the gate with her visitor sticker still on her chest. The security guard stepped aside and said, almost shyly, See you tomorrow. See you, Shola said. Outside, the mango tree moved in the light wind as if it too was nodding. Tomorrow would come. And when it did, the hall would be full, the board would be watching, and 5 minutes would be enough. Shola had a small practice session planned for the next morning before the assembly test. She could not sleep. She kept seeing the faces from the boardroom, and the words from the parents' group, and her mother's hands shaking at the hospital. At midnight, the phone rang. We are sorry, a nurse said. Your mother wandered off. We are searching. Shola sat up. Her heart pounded. She walked to Mr. Archer's study. Sir, she said, I cannot rehearse while she is missing. Are you sure you want to go out now? He asked. It is late. Yes, she said. I cannot stand and teach while my mother is lost. They drove through old corners and under bridges. They checked the market, the bus stop, and the place near the billboard where they had found her before. Finally, they saw her sitting on a low wall, hugging herself like the night was too cold even for the heat. Mom, Shola whispered, kneeling. It's me. Her mother looked up with slow eyes and said, You look like morning. They brought her back safely. The nurse thanked them. The doctor adjusted her medicine and promised to watch closely. Mr. Archer took Shola home. Rest, he said. The assembly is tomorrow. I will try, Shola said. The hall was full. Parents stood at the back like a wall. Teachers lined the sides. The board sat in the front row with straight faces and sharpened eyes. Shola walked to the microphone. Give me 5 minutes, she said. If a child still cannot read after I teach, then don't admit me into the school. The hall became very still. A few students looked down at their shoes. A few parents folded their arms like gates. Who finds reading hard? She asked. A small boy in the front row hid behind a book. His badge said Elio. His shoulders were tight. His face said he wanted to vanish. Shola did not call him from the stage. She left the microphone and went to him. She sat on the floor so her eyes and his were level. Leo, she said gently, we will break this into small parts. Like bread. One bite at a time. Read like you are talking to a friend. He tried. He stopped. She waited kindly. He tried again. The river finally found the sea. He looked up, surprised at his own voice. Again, she smiled. He read it smoothly. The hall did not clap at first. It breathed. Then the sound grew.